All right, Wiley, try now. Plug it back into where you had it. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Mic test for the coaches show. We're not coming out of that speaker over there, are we? Are we coming out of that speaker?
Let me check.
Thank you. Yeah, that one. That one should be on. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Okay, that switch right. Check, 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 1, 2. Check, 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 1, 2. Checking, check. And good evening. Okay, well, I think we should be good to roll. Sorry about that, everybody. If you can hear that, just a little bit of love for today. We'll get the coaches show started here about 6:30.
Andrew?
Yep, it's me. How's it
Okay,
going?
1 second. Pretty good. All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. They were saying they were having a little bit of problems earlier today with it, so.
Yeah, we were indeed. So I think we got it. We should be good for tonight. Hopefully everything's up and rolling. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Right as rain.
Okay. All right. Cool, man.
Right.
Well, yeah. As soon as this one's how much time is left on this song?
You got 44 seconds left. Then it's bingo. You want to just go on after the song?
No, I want to do one more song after that, and then we'll start. Can you find me one more?
One more song after that. Looking at about 3.5 minutes.
Perfect. That'll perfect. I've got a radio tonight, so we should be good to roll.
Okay, so no cues then.
No cues. We should be good.
Alrighty, won't cue you unless yeah.
Okay. Thanks, man. Amber. Another small task. Could I get some water when it's possible, please? Okay. Okay. Today is this 8th, so yes.
Yeah, so we're good. So we could do 18, 15 those, and then I have some for the 19th and some for the 29th.
Just these? Which ones are you giving away?
Those ones right there, do you want to give away 2 sets of volleyball tickets?
Sure. And a good evening and welcome out to the Branding Iron in Buena Vista. Thanks again for joining us on Eagle Country 104. Andrew Stossmeister here with you along with Aaron Hudson for another program. Good to see so many people out in the restaurant once again tonight. We've got lots to talk to. We're going to get with the coaches here in just a little bit and see what they are up to in their respective seasons. Also, we got some scores to report on. New rankings are out today throughout all of the classifications. We'll touch a little bit tonight on, we've got some soccer. We've got football, of course, this last weekend. Lots of football going on. There was cross country as well as golf and gymnastics. We're going to get into all that and much more here tonight on the Coaches Show. We've got some awesome things to be able to give away tonight. We're going to be giving away some Western State Mountaineer volleyball tickets to Black Hills State coming up September the 18th. We've also got football tickets to give away from Western State tonight to the Chadron State game on September the 19th. Should be a great time for that. Lots going on today on the Coaches Show. Again, the headlines are out with the football going very well in the area so far as Cotopaxi, Buena Vista, and Salida still unbeaten. A very good start to their seasons for all of them. Soccer has been doing very well as well, and cross country was out in action this week in Lake County. Just to name a few things. We're at the Branding Iron tonight here on Eagle Country 104. Come on by. We've got we'll give away our tickets at the end of the show tonight. They've got some great specials, including an 8-ounce ribeye and 4 fried shrimp to go with that, with potatoes and a soup or salad. Soup of the day tonight is vegetable beef noodles. Come on by and join us. We're at the Branding Iron till 6:30. Coach Walters is here. Coach Flavin is here. Coach Page is here for Buena Vista. We'll catch up with them when we come back after this 2-minute timeout. This is the Coaches Show presented by the Branding Iron on Eagle Country 104. Back on Eagle Country 104. We are live at the Branding Iron tonight for the Coaches Show this evening. We're joined now with head coach Matt Flavin. Coach, good to see you once again. Congratulations on the nice win again on the road.
Thanks. Yeah, it's always nice to win over there.
Anytime you can pick up that win, feel pretty good about things and how they're going. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's Hotchkiss is always tough at home, and to come out of there with them not scoring on us is a big surprise for us, but more credit to the defense.
One of the things you and I have talked about a lot already has been the defense and kind of their maturity level, where things have been at early in this season. I mean, they're doing a good job really slowing people down, not giving up a lot of points.
No, and they're hungry. Their effort is really good right now. Everyone's rallying to the ball. We have some people stepping up and playing really well right now on defense, so hopefully we can keep going.
What makes that such a strength in your eyes? It's kind of what you've seen so far this season. Why has the defense been such a big strength?
I think probably because we've kind of limited the thought process and we're letting them play football. Sometimes you get a little too technical and it kind of holds them back and they start thinking too much, and so we've really tried to limit the thought process on how they play.
We're talking with head coach Matt Flavin of the Buena Vista Demons. This week, Coach, you're back at home again. Obviously had a good debut a couple of weeks back, but as you look towards it, got to be nice to get back home. This time you get a Manitou team that's coming off a semifinal appearance. Most of that team is graduated, but they're always going to have good athletes back.
Oh yeah, they have their tailback back this year. Really solid player, pretty good size and really fast. I think he finished second in the 100 meters last year, only to lose to his teammate that graduated.
Yeah, that was an amazing race that those two guys had, indeed. As you talk about kind of your side of the ball offensively, I know that's an area that you guys are trying to work on and improve a little bit. Had your moments, but I know as a coach here in week 3, you guys want to see some improvement still.
Definitely, I think that we got to step up as a coaching staff and figure out exactly what our positives are and kind of work on the negative things as well.
I know we talk a lot about football being a team sport and how strong it is with that. Been some really special individual performances. It seems like Michael Wilcoxon had a huge game this last week. How often do you see a guy rack up 27 tackles in 1 week?
Well, yeah, not too often. That has to be top on the list as far as all-time tackles in a game for Buena. I know it's right around there. But again, that's if you asked him, he would say it would be a team effort, and people are doing things to tie up the offense where he can run sideline to sideline and make those tackles.
Talking with head coach Matt Flavin. Coach, it is Manitou Springs. It is a 2A team in football. What kind of win would that be for you guys this year to kind of propel you with the confidence going forward?
Manitou's always tough. Them being 2A is always, the kids think that, oh man, they're way bigger than us or whatnot. But it's just not so much of coming out as a win as seeing our growth as a team in the preseason. Hopefully that happens as well. I think we still have a lot to work on and a long ways to go.
I know it's the bulk of the schedule, Coach. We really appreciate you coming on. Good luck. We'll see you again on Friday, okay?
Thank you.
That is head coach Matt Flavin of the Buena Vista Demons. We're at the Branding Iron tonight for the Coaches Show. Come on by and join us. We've got some tickets that we're going to give away at the end of our program, courtesy of Western State. Come on by and join us. They've got a great special going on tonight as well. The 8-ounce ribeye and shrimp, $16.95, comes with a super salad and a potato. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll grab another one of the coaches here on the Coaches Show on Eagle Country 104. We are back at the Branding Iron Restaurant in Buena Vista. Thanks again for joining us. Big thanks tonight to Gold Strike Communications. Gold Strike Communications is a video marketing solutions company. They specialize in print, internet, television, corporate events, marketing, multi-camera, and so much more. If you want to broadcast your next event worldwide, get a hold of Wiley and talk to them about their live event streaming services. Give them a call today, 694-3063. We are at the Branding Iron tonight for the Coaches Show. We're going to talk with Coach Shauna Kincaid here of Buena Vista Golf. Coach, good to see you once again. How are you?
Good to see you again. I'm good.
Glad to have you on the program once again. I know it's been a busy week of golf. Last week in particular, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Again, you guys will be back at it again this week. Let's talk about last week as we go back to the Levita tournament on Thursday. How was that for you?
It was a big day for us in Levita. You know, it's a tough course with lots of hazards. You can get into a lot of trouble really quickly, but I had 3 boys this week that were 90 and under, 2 boys that shot their personal best, and we took 3rd place as a team and brought some medals home. So
this is a good time to be able to do that. You know, you want to start hitting your stride because in golf, everything's so much faster. Regionals, of course, going on next week, but this was a good step for your team.
it is. It's a very big building step, and I think they're reaching their peak right at the right time, and so I'm really looking forward to regionals. I think we're going to have a good showing.
In particular, Kenneth Shell's had a couple of nice tournaments for you. It seems like he's starting to play his best golf.
He is. You know, he actually tied for 6th place at Levita, but there were like 8 boys tied for 6th place, and so they went to the scorecard playoff, which is a bummer for him because he's had live playoffs before, and he plays really well under pressure. So the scorecard was kind of a bummer, but he ended up not taking home a medal, but still I consider it a 6th place for sure.
Definitely had a good time for sure. We're talking with Coach Shauna Kincaid of the boys golf team. Shauna, you know, as you look at it, JV kids don't get a lot of time on the course, and they've had a couple of meets here those last couple of weeks. How are those guys doing? Are they starting to push some of those older guys a little bit more?
They really are. You know, I had a freshman on the JV squad that stepped up on Friday in Monte Vista and shot an 88, and he brought home a 3rd place medal. So for him, that was just a fantastic showing. And yeah, I've got some of these younger guys that are starting to put some pressure on, and for me, that's exciting because I'm going to have a good team for several years.
It's very exciting to see that in the future, that your younger guys are playing well, challenging those older guys, and ultimately just makes the team overall that much better, doesn't it?
It really does. It pushes them all to just play their best and to focus and want to improve, and I think that the scores this last week that the kids shot really shows that that's the direction that they're all headed, and they're really putting in that intensity.
I know you guys have put in a lot of practice hours. There have been so many meets in between there, so it maybe doesn't feel like that of late, but you guys finally get to have your home meet this week. What's that like to finally be able to say, all right, we get our home course on Thursday?
You know, just to be on your home turf is so much fun, and to know that we're going to get to have some spectators that the kids know and come out and see them play. It's exciting for them, and I think that they all know that it's not outside the realm of possibility to win this tournament because you have the home course advantage. So they're really looking forward to it.
Do the guys know that has a chance to really be something really helpful for them? That, hey, we know this course backwards and forwards. We should have the confidence to play well here.
Oh yeah, they do. They know, and our course is another one that's tough. It's got a lot of hazards, and so people tend to come here. And if they're not used to all the water, we have water on every hole. Then it makes their scores a lot bigger. And so the boys, they know, where to place the ball, and because we play it all the time, so they've definitely got that confidence.
We're talking with Coach Shauna Kincaid of the boys golf team here at Buena Vista. Coach, as you look towards this week, you're at home on Thursday. You go to Salida, a couple of matches to get you ready for regionals next week. What do you feel your team still has to accomplish here this next week and a half before they get ready for that big tournament next week?
I think they just really have to continue to focus like they are and keep that intensity about their game and focus on lowering their score just by 1 or 2 strokes. It doesn't have to be, anything earth-shattering and major, but just 1 or 2 strokes, and I think they'll be on a solid pace for regionals. But, with the home tournament this week, I just really want to see those guys have fun and enjoy themselves playing a course that they know.
Nice to be at home finally. You practice there, you work hard there, you try to get better there. Now let's see if they can come out and win the tournament. Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck this week, okay?
Thank you.
Shauna Kincaid of the Buena Vista boys golf team, kind enough to join us on the Coaches Show here tonight from the Branding Iron Restaurant. Be sure to come on by. We've got tickets we'll be giving away this evening. We've got some volleyball. We've got some football tickets as well. They've got great food at the Branding Iron as well to come on by and see. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we're going to be here till 7:30 tonight. Come on out and join us. We'll have another coach on here momentarily. This is the Coaches Show presented by the Branding Iron on Eagle Country 104. Just kidding, Coach. Just kidding. Appreciate you coming down. I hear you. I hear you. All right, so we got to sit a little closer. We got a high shot. I didn't know what to expect. Nothing but just easy stuff. Hopefully you can talk about that. Okay. That'd be good. I don't think I got results from you or so. Oh, all right. We're back on the Coaches Show on Eagle Country 104. Thanks again for joining us. Andrew Stossmeister along with Aaron Hudson back at our studio in Salida, Eagle Country 104. We're going to switch over and talk cross country. We're pleased to welcome Mark Walters to the program. Coach, thanks for coming on. How are you tonight?
You bet. Doing pretty good.
Good to have you on here. I know the season finally underway for you guys. I know it was kind of feeling like, come on, we just got to get going. We just got to get going. Finally underway. How was Saturday at Lake County?
It was pretty good. We sent 2 girls to the pre-state meet, which was really, really early this season, like August 21st. And I had some kids who showed up on August 11 and really hadn't run very much. And 11 days later, I wasn't going to go out and make them race pre-state on the 5K. So Whitney White and Lindsay Doak went out and ran that because they had been training all summer long. And it was a good race experience for them, and they did well. So Leadville, yeah, we're just kind of waiting to get Leadville going. And Leadville is, about the toughest meet that we run all season long. So right off the bat, they had a pretty good challenge on their hands, going up to above 10,000 feet, and then a really hilly course. So
it's good to be able to get the tough one out of the way early. As a coach, you work because sometimes you haven't seen kids for all summer long, and you're like, how much did you get out there and run? But who's come back for you this year?
On the guys' side, we have Ethan Greiner, who's a senior, and he's been running since I can remember, and he's our lead runner and doing really well. Took a chunk of time off of his time at Leadville from last year, so he's looking strong. Colton Walters was my son. Came back. He's a junior now, and he took about a minute off his time from last year. So, and then Cal Rhodes is a new junior to cross country, and he was really impressed with the way he did on Saturday. And then we have, we have Joel Salazar, who's an incoming freshman, and he ran for us for middle school, and he's a big, tall kid, and he's getting strong and looking good. And so it was just going to be those 4 guys with the first couple weeks of practice, and then we just recently got a transfer come in from Wiggins, and his name is Pete Camerzel, and he's a sophomore. And so now we've got 5 guys, and they just this year they changed it for 3A to run 7, score 5. So we've just got the 5 that we need.
You guys are all set. You have the 5 that you're looking for. Hopefully have a couple more guys push you. How's the girls' side look this year for you?
Girls' side is looking really strong. Whitney White is a sophomore this year, and she led our team last year and did really well at state. Lindsay Doak is a freshman for us, and is a really strong runner. I look to those 2 to kind of be the leaders of the team as far as where they finish. But we have plenty of leaders on the team. We have 4 senior girls, Cheyenne Hargrove and Carissa Gonzalez and Katie Workman and Brooke Walters, and so they've got a really solid 4 that have run cross country before and know what to expect, and they're really stepping up and being leaders for the girls team.
It really helps to have people back at both the boys and the girls side to just kind of have that experience to say, hey, this is what you need to expect to practice, this is how you run, and not only that, but this is how you finish things. It's good to have those back, isn't it?
Right, it is. And then there's one more girl. We have 7 altogether. One more girl, freshman Savannah Kimmel, and Savannah just moved here with her family from Puerto Rico, so she's going from sea level. And then the first meet that she's run over 10,000 feet. So
yeah.
that was a big challenge for her to overcome.
Yeah, I know. We talked to her a couple of weeks ago about that change. She said she's liked it so far. We're talking with Coach Mark Walters of the cross-country team here in Buena Vista. Coach, your first one's finally in the books. It's nice to be able to put that in. You get started here. You got another meet this week before you get back at home in a couple of weeks. You go to Heritage. What are some of the jumps that you want to see your team make from that first meet to the second?
Well, I talked to him about it. We had a little meeting today before we practiced, because to go from Leadville to Heritage High School and Liberty Bell is a total 180. I mean, Liberty Bell is literally like a road race. I mean, it's very, very fast. And really, some coaches say it's kind of, it gives them kind of a false sense of where they're at because it's so fast. So a lot of the kids, I mean, taking 2 minutes off of your 5K time is a real possibility, and we've had kids do that in the past. So just telling them about the difference in race strategy from one to the other. Leadville, you've got to be really careful and conservative at the start because you're doing a lot of climbing. Liberty Bell, if you don't get out fast, you're in the back of the pack right off the bat, and it's hard to catch up.
It's going to be two very different races that I'm sure you'll watch from this last Saturday till this Friday. Coach, thanks for coming on with us. We'll talk with you more this season, okay?
You bet. Thank you.
Head Coach Mark Walters of the cross-country team. We are at the Branding Iron Restaurant in Buena Vista. Come on by and join us. They've got great specials tonight, including the 8-ounce ribeye and some shrimp, along with the potatoes and soup or salad. Soup of the night is vegetable beef. Appreciate those that have come out. We've got some drawings that we'll be drawing for a little bit later in this week. In the show, we'll get to the rankings here in just a little bit and grab another coach coming up. This is the Coaches Show presented by the Branding Iron on Eagle Country 104. Perfect. Oh, I talked to Troy about that. I think we're going to do something different about that. I'll do something with you probably in the morning, previewing that. Okay, I'm not your way. Okay, okay. All right, sir. We'll see you back here next Monday, okay? Oh, yeah. I knew that was going to happen. I saw you walk in, and somebody else pointed you out to make sure I saw you. That funny. Jamie, do you want to wait a second? Okay. We are back on the Coaches Show on Eagle Country 104. Thanks again for joining us. We'll catch up with Jamie Page and talk Buena Vista volleyball coming up here in just a little bit. But let's go ahead and right now, let's go ahead and take a look at see what things happened from this weekend, some of the results that we have on the show from today, from this weekend. Had a lot going on throughout, and we'll talk volleyball when Coach Page comes on and chats with us. First, let's jump over to soccer throughout the area. Salida was ranked number 1. They did suffer a loss this last week. With that loss, they dropped overall to number 3. They've got some matches upcoming this week. They're at Alamosa and at Coal Ridge. This is that stretch where Coach Oswald talked with us about going on the road and the challenges that'll pertain to that, because having some home events are really good, but to have to go on the road makes things a little bit more challenging. Again, they'll be out there this Thursday. They are at Alamosa. Start time for that will be at 4 p.m. And then on Saturday, Coal Ridge High School at 11. They'll be back at Lake County next week on Tuesday. That's what's going on in soccer. Lots, of course, going on in cross country. We talked with Coach Walters about that and what was going on in that regard. And for both Salida as well as Buena Vista. Nice events overall for them. Individually for Salida, Taylor Stack on the boys' side, he finished second. Russell Ores was 13th, Seth Miner 14th, with a solid runs for both those guys. But I was told there's a lot of sickness for Coach Kenny Wilcox's team. Everybody's really seeming to battle that sickness a little bit more at the early parts of the season. Sydney Fassenmeyer had the fourth place time for the girls overall, and Barry Beasley, she was 19th for the girls. They will be next in action in Gunnison, as we mentioned, for Buena Vista. Very solid event for them. Also, they'll be at Heritage this coming Friday. That's what's going on in cross country. This is the Coaches Show presented by the Branding Iron Restaurant. Come on by. They've got great specials tonight. Ribeye and fried shrimp on the menu. Plenty of good things to choose from tonight for sure. Big thanks again tonight also to Gold Strike Communications. If you're watching live online, SalidaLive.com. Thanks again for joining us. We're at the Branding Iron Monday nights every week, so be sure to join us each and every week. Find out exactly what's going on. As for Gold Strike Communications, if you want to broadcast your next event worldwide, you got to check out their live event streaming. It is really, really awesome. They've got great services that they provide. They'll come on location. They'll do multi-camera, multi-studio, and all the events involved with that. Give Wiley a call today. Again, at 694-3063. That's 694-3063. We'll go ahead and take one timeout. When we come back, we'll talk some volleyball. We'll get some of the football scores from this past weekend. If you missed it, take a look at some of the rankings that came out according to the state here earlier today. This is the Coaches Show. We're back in 2 minutes on Eagle Country 104. We are back on the Coaches Show on Eagle Country 104. Thanks again for those that have come out and joined us. Don't forget, if you're just driving by, it's just after 7 o'clock here in the area, and we are joined with the celebrity of the night, Jamie Page, the volleyball coach here at Buena Vista. Jamie, thanks for coming on. Let's talk about this last weekend a little bit. You finally had that home match for you guys, and then you go on the road to a huge tournament. You play several different teams. What did you take out of that tournament this weekend?
It was really good. The girls played some pretty competitive teams, and it was good to come away with some wins and kind of see where we're at. So it was a good weekend.
It's nice to kind of get away. I know we talked after Tuesday about, hey, we feel like we've got the players, we're getting better. Now we just got to put it all together in a game, and you got 5 chances this weekend. It's nice to kind of have those opportunities early in the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's nice to be able to play. It's a long day, but it's nice to to play all day long and kind of work on things and change as the day goes on. So.
You had wins over Summit over the weekend. You beat Lamar. You beat a pretty decent Match Buff team that's receiving points this week in the coaches poll. That's got to be a nice little confidence booster for your team and the girls.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. The girls played really well against them. We lost 24-26 the first game against them, and then they came back and won 25. I think it was 25-11. So they played really well the second game and third game. So yeah, it was great to come back with that confidence and play hard into that second and third game to win.
We're talking volleyball with Coach Jamie Page here at Buena Vista High School. Coach, the first two kind of seemed like they took forever, and then you get 5 out of the way this weekend. Ultimately sit 4-3 overall. What did you learn about your team from this weekend?
Learned there's, we definitely, we're not quite where we want to be yet, but that's all right. It's early in the season, so that's an okay thing. We definitely, there's some things that we're doing well and some things that we definitely need to do better too. So it was good for the girls to see where they're at and where they would like to be, and for all of us to be able to work towards those things.
We know, we've talked about what this team feels they're capable of doing. I know we're just talking with the seniors a little bit, that they feel that this team is really tighter than they've been in years past. Do you see that on the court?
Yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of maturity and growth in them over the last year, and it's really fun to see them come together. And I really think that if this group of girls does continue to play together and for each other, that they can make some things happen because of that.
It's early in the season. I know you want to have success all season long, but how much more important is it to have early season success to kind of propel you forward?
I think it's always nice to have some success in the beginning, just because it makes the season long if you aren't getting those wins in. So having some success is great. It's definitely kind of boost going into the year, but it's also nice to have some failures too, just to I don't know, keep the lid on things too and know where you are at. So it's good for both.
We're talking with Coach Jamie Page. Coach, we'll get you here after this one. As you look to it, what do you want to see your team do next? You're at home on Thursday. We'll have that game, of course, right here on Eagle Country 104. But what do you want to see your team take out of this last weekend and apply it to this match on Thursday?
I really think that being consistent and playing at a higher level, no matter what kind of team that we're playing, we definitely need to bring that into this coming week. And I think when the girls play aggressive and play together, that it definitely changes how everything works on the court. So we need to bring that into this next week, and then just working on. We have, like I told them the other day, we have a lot of little things that we need to change. The big things look good, but it's the little things that can add up to some of the big things that we need to change and work on.
Looking forward to it on Thursday. Coach, great job tonight.
Thanks.
Jamie Page, kind enough to join us here on the Coaches Show here from the Branding Iron Restaurant. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about the rankings that came out earlier today next on Eagle Country 104. We are back on Eagle Country 104. Thanks again for joining us at the Branding Iron Restaurant. Those that are in here, hope you got that ribeye. Heard the ribeye is really, really good tonight. Come on by. They've got the ribeye, the 8-ounce ribeye with 4 fried shrimp, potatoes, soup or salad, and that soup of the day today. It is vegetable beef noodle. Have that. It is very, very good. We're here till 7:30 tonight. Hope your night's going well. Come on by and join us at the Branding Iron in Buena Vista. Well, football rankings are officially out. That's the one everybody's been asking me about. I've been getting some texts about that, so we'll get to that first here for the night. Of course, area teams doing very, very well so far. In case you missed it from this last weekend, wins by Buena Vista on the road. They defeated Hotchkiss 27-0. Another very nice second half for Salida. It was homecoming for them this last weekend. A lot of folks came out to watch them take down Lake County 41-6, in that football game. Salida is off to a 2-0 start. They're off to a pretty good look so far this year. Both teams have tough matchups coming up this week. Buena Vista will be back at home. In fact, both teams are at home. Manitou Springs is in town to take on Buena Vista. That'll be our game that we'll carry this week on Heart of the Rockies Radio. Our pregame coverage starts at 6 o'clock with Inside the Game, followed by the Remax Mountain Vista Properties pregame show at 6:30. Kickoff at 7, Buena Vista and Manitou Springs. That'll be on Friday night. As for Salida, Colorado Springs Christian will come into town. CSC took it to Peyton at home this last week, and that was a really enticing game, and CSC played very well. They won 38-20. Let's go ahead and run down some of those 1A scores real quick before we get to the rankings. Ellicott, another one of those teams in the league on both teams' schedules. They had an easy 54-14 win over Callahan over the weekend. Center, whom Salida saw in week number 1, they picked up win number 1, defeating Basalt at home 26-14. Rye, another one of those teams in the Tri-Peaks, having another solid win. They're up to 2-1 on the season. They defeated Crawley County on the road 30-27. Very good week, by the way, in 1A and 2A for the Tri-Peaks League. Lions, they defeat Highlands 39-0 in 1A. Eaton over Holyoke 54-7. Paonia creamed Ignacio 47-14 with their victory over the weekend. Lyman drubs John Mall 42-0. Gunnison picks up their first win of the season. They win 48-14. Roaring Fork over Grand Valley 39-20. Platte Canyon, a winner over Wiggins 34-14 this week. Resurrection Christian, again, another one of those schools that both Buena Vista and Salida see frequently. They win 38-3 over Yuma. Maybe the game of the week, Cedar Ridge and Olathe, 2-0. That was the final. That was a crazy defensive battle between Cedar Ridge and Olathe with a 2-0 win for Cedar Ridge. They move on and win it. Also, Dolores Huerta faced off against Rocky Ford this past weekend. Dolores Huerta win number 1 on the season. They win 15-13. Both these teams will start to see them a little bit later down the road. In 6-man football, Cotopaxi defeated Levita over the weekend 28-12, and Mountain Valley winners 42-24 over Primero this past weekend. So a pretty interesting week in football. The Tri-Peaks really shaping up to be a nice league in 1A football overall. We'll see if that kind of holds steady going forward, but it's been a good start. Salida and Buena Vista both off to good starts. Of course, they meet each other at the end of the season, but already a lot of talk about that I'm hearing so far. We are live for the Coaches Show tonight at the Branding Iron Restaurant in Buena Vista. It's 10 after the hour. We'll be drawing for some prizes. We've got some great tickets to give away tonight for Mountaineer Volleyball at Western State. We've got tickets to the Black Hills game September 18th. And then the 19th of September, Chadron State will be in town to take on Western. That's been typically a very, very good volleyball match. Come on by if you're in the restaurant. Sign up at our box. It's got stars here on this table just over past the lights. Come on by if you're driving around the area. Come on in. Have some dinner with us. We're hanging out here at the Branding Iron Restaurant. The 8-ounce ribeye and 4 fried shrimp are the special for the evening. Be sure to come on by and see us here tonight. Rankings are next, and we'll get some more things together. Try to get another coach on as well. This is the Coaches Show presented by the Branding Iron on Eagle Country 104. Back at the Branding Iron in Buena Vista. Andrew Stossmeister hanging out with you here tonight. Aaron Hudson helping us out at Master Control back at the Eagle Country 104 studios. Thanks again for joining us. Big thanks again tonight to Gold Strike Communications. If you're out and about looking around tonight, if you're listening to the show, that's wonderful. You can also watch it. Did you know that? Check out SlideAlive.com and you can watch the show. Also do some different things up there. But if you have a live streaming need, give Wiley a call today. They do some excellent work over there at Gold Strike Communications. Everything from photography, video marketing solutions. If you need somebody to come take your pictures for a sporting event, senior pictures, all kinds of stuff. I know it's a little bit past that, but if you didn't get those done, Wiley can get you set up for that. Be sure to give him a call today, 694-3063, for more details at Gold Strike Communications. It's the Coaches Show live from the Branding Iron Restaurant tonight. Waiting on a couple more coaches to come on out and join us this evening. We'll talk a little bit, hopefully a little bit about gymnastics a little bit later tonight. Also, one of the things that came out today, like I was mentioning, football rankings are out once again. We had Coach Matt Flavin on here just a little while ago, and we asked him last week about the rankings, how important they were. It's definitely one of those things that you look at, but ultimately, you got to perform on the field. That's one of the things that he talked about. Buena Vista has moved up a spot. They're up to number 2 this week. They are 2-0, of course, on the season. They received 81 points, just 4 behind Peonia earlier, who picked up a win over the weekend. They are currently number 1. Lyman is number 3 this week. They move up 1 spot. The loss came to Centauri this week. Centauri dropped a really tight football game. They moved down to number 4. They slide down a couple of spots. Back and forth game. Buena Vista is going to see them in a couple of weeks, and already that one's shaping up to be an extremely, extremely talented football game. A little bit later, I'll get you the score momentarily. Other teams, Resurrection Christian remains in at 5, where they were 1 week ago. Meeker has moved up a couple of spots. They're 3-0 on the season. Cedar Ridge is up to number 7. They were not ranked, but they are now into the top 10. Monte Vista and Platte Canyon round up the top 10 at 9 and 10, respectively. Just outside the top 10, Ellicott is receiving 8 votes. Rye is at 7, and Salida is receiving 6 votes. So they're not too far behind as well. They've got a huge game this week against a Colorado Springs Christian football team that'll have plenty riding on that after they come back from their homecoming game. They had an extremely high energy week of a lot of things going on, played well against Lake County, forced turnovers, moved up and down the field. I believe they had the football with their varsity offense 7 times and scored 6 touchdowns. That one time they didn't score was when they took a knee right before halftime. So their offense was moving extremely well. Had some good things going for that. As for Buena Vista, a little bit of a sluggish start offensively, but really defensively, they had a very solid second half. Second straight week, the defense has really played well to lift them to another solid win. They're off to an excellent start on the year. In 6-man football, Cotopaxi, who was ranked last week number 10, they fall out of the rankings, just didn't quite receive as many votes. They did win their game this last week, despite what happened. So they're still out just outside the top 10, still receiving votes. They're 2-0. They'll take on Mountain Valley, who's also receiving votes in 6-man. We'll have that game on Saturday this week. Lots of stuff going on. We'll be getting you our full schedule coming up here in just a little bit. We've still got some tickets to give away to Western State Mountaineer Volleyball coming up September 18th against Black Hills State. And then Chadron State the following day, September the 19th. It'll be at Paul Wright Gym in Gunnison for those events that are going on. A couple of notes real quick about 2A football. We did talk about this with Coach Flavin. Manitou Springs, they are 1-1 on this year. They are ranked 10th in Class 2A. Brush continues to receive all of the first place votes. They're number 1 in 2A right now. Kent Denver and Florence is up there at number 4. The teams that round things out up in the upper echelon of the poll. We are at the Branding Iron tonight here for the Coaches Show. Be sure to come on out and join us. We're here till 7:30 this evening. They've got lots of great specials going on tonight. We've talked about the ribeye and the shrimp. Also, they've got vegetable beef soup. You're feeling that? It's starting to feel a little bit chillier outside, and it's starting to definitely feel more and more like fall. We're just a couple of weeks away from officially that first day of fall. We'll take one final timeout. When we come back, we'll give away those tickets to Western State and the Mountaineer Volleyball. That's what's coming up. We'll also round things out, let you know where we're going to be this week. Lots going on this week with Eagle Country 104. We're back after this timeout Hey, Aaron, can I have a 3-minute break here, please? Wiley, I'm going to do 3 minutes here, okay? Where's your mom? Would you grab it for me? Can you draw it for me, please? Or have somebody draw it for us? Amber, you can just draw it and bring it up to me if you want. Okay. That's fine.
And then we need to draw another one because I have 2 sets. I'll draw another one because we have 2 sets of tickets.
We are back at the Branding Iron one final time here on Eagle Country 104. Thanks again for joining us tonight. If you didn't make it to the show tonight, that's okay. You come on by and join us next week. We'll be back once again on Monday nights. We're here until they tell us to leave. We like to come out here. They love having us. We appreciate Kathy and her great staff for all their hard work and everything they've done to make this possible for us here at the Branding Iron Restaurant. They've always got specials going on, great bar specials as well. Come on by and see what they are up to here at the Branding Iron and join us Monday night, 6:30 until 7:30 for the show. Well, like I said, this week is another big week for events going on at Eagle Country 104 with different things. We're going to be out and about. I know people have been kind of wondering, what are we doing? Well, this week, tomorrow, in fact, we've got high school volleyball going tomorrow with the Florence. They'll be in town to take on Salida. They did move the time up, so we're going to have our RE/MAX Mountain Vista Properties pregame show at 5 p.m. First serve about 5:30 on Eagle Country 104. On Thursday, we're right back here in Buena Vista. Dolores Huerta will be in town. The RE/MAX Mountain Vista Properties pregame show starts at 5:30. First serve will be at 6 p.m. And then on Friday night, we'll have high school football. Manitou Springs is in town to take on BV. We'll start inside the game at 6 p.m., followed by the pregame show at 6:30, courtesy of RE/MAX Mountain Vista Properties. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. And then on Saturday, we'll have our first six-man football game of the season going on. Cotopaxi's on the road to take on Mountain Valley. Our pregame show starts at 12:30. Kickoff will be at 1 o'clock. So we've got a few things going on. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter, 3 Eagles Colorado Sports. Good way to find your score of the team you're wanting to follow. Well, we try to update those with everything going on in that regard. Time now to draw for our Western State Mountaineer volleyball tickets on the evening. We've got a couple of tickets, one to go see Black Hills State and one to go see Chadron State. September the 18th, our winner is Linda Johnson, I believe. Linda, congratulations. And Linda will be going, I believe, to the Chadron game. So we'll get her the tickets to Chadron State. Congratulations to Linda. Our other winner tonight, Julie Hickens. Julie, if you're around here, congratulations. You have won 3 tickets to go see Western State take on Black Hills State University over there at Paul Wright Gym. That'll be a great time for sure. Mountaineer volleyball team is doing very well. We'll get some pictures with the kiddos here for tonight. So again, we'll have more giveaways next week. Don't forget, come on out to the Branding Iron next Monday. We'll be right back here for another show. We'll have giveaways again. The way it works out, if you want to win our prizes, we have lots of them to give away. Always sporting event tickets. We're going to have some local giveaways again next week. You got to be here. So you have to be here to win. That's the rule. So come on by and join us again next week. Again, we'll be out and about throughout this week. Volleyball tomorrow in Salida. Volleyball on Thursday in Buena Vista. High school football on Friday night. We are at Buena Vista High School as Manitou Springs will be in town. And then Cotopaxi will have them against Mountain Valley on Saturday with the kickoff set for 1 p.m. Big thanks again to Gold Strike Communications and partnering up with us tonight on the live stream. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate you. If you're at home, couldn't make it out, for joining us on the night. It was a good time for sure. We appreciate Wiley and all his hard work. Be sure to get a hold of Gold Strike Communication. Do lots of awesome stuff. You can give them a call today at 694-3063. We are back here at the Branding Iron next Monday night. Seems like forever for now, but again, you can check out our full schedule online. Check out kbvcfm.com for everything going on in that regard and see exactly what they're up to. We'll have a full new set of coaches once again next week. We'll keep the ones on that everybody keeps asking for, of course. We'll have them back next week. Couldn't get to a few of them, had some tough experiences over the weekend, so we'll have some updates throughout the week. Don't forget, again, you can follow us on Facebook as well, Eagle Country 104 for all things going on in Chaffee County by way of sports and, of course, community involvement. Thanks again to, the Branding Iron, Kathy and her staff for helping us out. Aaron Hudson, our studio engineer back at Master Control. Gunsmoke Towing for providing all of our wonderful gear. And, of course, for all of the coaches for making tonight's show possible. I'm Andrew Stossmeister. Thanks again for listening. Have a great rest of the night on Eagle Country 104. Hey, Aaron, are you there? You there, Aaron? How are you? Are you going to go to the volleyball game? Maybe? What's your name? Peyton? How are you? How was your dinner, Peyton? Was it good? Good.